Hello and welcome back to episode 21st.
Yeah.
21
Mm-hmm.
of Jobless Weebs. I'm Marco, the beer Mexican, and with me today, like
Brian.
every other week.
Mm-hmm. Every time.
How are you, Brian?
Doing well. This week has been pretty good to me, I think. I helped my brothers move out of the place, so now I'm living alone.
That's a dream.
It is a dream.
Now you have space for anime figures.
I do. Yep, anime figures. I'm gonna. Oh yes. So I'm actually gonna put all my anime posters on the walls everywhere. This is gonna be amazing. Mm-hmm. They're mostly of Saber. Mm-hmm.
I can imagine, like, so do you like Fate or only Saber?
Oh yes, here are my posters. Oh yeah.
Here are my poster of Saber. The rest of the house is okay, but look at it.
Here it is. Yep. Yeah, so it's been fantastic. Oh man. Wow. Yeah.
That's good to hear.
Oh yeah.
As you can see, the
Oh
set
yeah. You have
it's a
changes.
little different. You can see them more clearly. The one that I missed was Mikasa, but you can still see her okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But the good ones, these are the good
Oh
ones.
yes.
So
Yeah. These are the good ones. Wow. Yeah, they look amazing. I really like the depth they have now, and you can see like the little decorations behind them even.
right, I kept them in the box just because I don't want any dust to to go there.
Oh yeah, that's good. I bet they're a nightmare to clean.
They are.
Oh yeah. Wow.
Jumping right back into what we're gonna talk about today. It's
Ooh, yeah.
probably what I consider is the best anime of summer.
Oh.
The one that you probably miss, and the one that
Yeah.
people out there watching anime probably missed.
Oh, a missable summer anime.
Yeah, I would call like the best underdog anime of summer, because there were pretty good ones,
Well, there were, yeah.
and some of them were already kind of like expected
That's
because
true.
they already had a bit of fame.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Or infamy.
yeah,
Maybe. But yeah. Right, because a lot of like the ones that you see a lot circling through the community, they're the ones that get talked about, and they're like the big names.
right.
Yeah.
And this one, I mean, one of the things of why probably a lot of people didn't hear about it a lot, or if they watched the first episode, they just dropped it, is because it has CGI, a lot of CGI.
Ah.
And you know, there's a recurring problem with anime
CGI.
and CGI.
There is.
But actually, this CGI is not as bad. It's pretty good. It's pretty smooth. I don't remember if
Yeah.
I showed you the first episode. I don't think so.
Okay.
But
yeah.
I'm pretty sure I talked to you about it, and the anime. Let me show you a picture, and a picture is gonna appear here. It's called Nighthead 2041.
Oh, this one. I remember talking about it.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Nighthead 2041, it's a reboot of an older version that is called Nighthead Genesis.
Uh-huh.
And Nighthead Genesis, it's from like 2006, I believe, or 2012, something. I mean, more than 10 years probably that anime had passed,
Yeah.
and all the holes and all the problems and all the questions that were not answered on Genesis in 24 episodes. Nighthead 2041 managed to answer them and kind of like give closure in only 12 episodes.
Wow. That's impressive.
It was really
Yeah.
good because so it's about psychics, okay? So and turns out that it's kind of like on planet Earth in the future, but in this future, the government, or at least in Japan, the government has stated that any anything that it's not natural is it's banned. It's prohibited. So psychics, magic, any sort of god or religion.
Oh, all banned.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So,
I see.
so for example, there was one episode. There was a little girl drawing a magician. So the police government came and just threw her in jail.
What? Oh
Yes.
no way!
Yes, the little kid.
The little kid. Oh my.
So
Okay.
so this world is
This
like
is-
an utopia
Yeah.
/ dystopia.
Oh, totally. Yeah. That's like on the ball. Like they have to get rid of all of it.
Right, and
Goodness.
the main characters, it's called Naoya Kirihara and Naoto Kirihara. They are brothers, the Kirihara brothers, and they escaped from a forest
Yeah.
that they could not escape from when they were little. So they were confined there, and when they could escape, they were told that the world that they would escape to was going to accept psychics and be open-minded kind of thing. And it turns out that they find this dystopian city, and here's the catch.
Yeah.
So Naoto, he's the big brother. He has telekinesis. So he has like really strong telekinesis, and his little brother Naoya, he can see people's memories with just touching them.
Touching. Oh, I see.
And
Memory psychic.
I don't think I have explained how they got their powers. So it turns out, and this is something that they actually explain very good on the anime Genesis, that once people is able to unlock the full capacity of their brain, or like, just remember, like it's said that a normal person doesn't use more than what, 30%?
Yeah, 20 to 30% normally.
Yeah. So once a person is able to unlock past that 30%, they develop abilities that are innate to them.
Okay.
And so these brothers obviously unlocked their potential, and so that's what. And since they were kids, they had these powers.
Okay.
And they were separated from their parents to be confined on this forest that they could not escape from until a certain date. I'm just gonna run you through the first anime, like Genesis,
sure.
the entire plot and some of their holes, and I'm gonna try to have it as spoiler free as I can.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay.
And so they escape from the forest. They go into a restaurant, and they, in that world, back in Genesis, the world is just normal. It's not in the future. It's kind of like the 2000s. And so people, of course, get freaked out because the thing is that when the little brother touches someone, he sees like their memories, but that person also feels that they're being watched.
Oh,
So-
I see.
So all the crap that they have done,
Yeah.
they
Oh my. So it's all like just out there, or at least they like feel that he's seeing. All of it. So I'm pretty sure it feels very invasive too. Then.
right.
Oh.
And so they get freaked out.
They
cause
do,
problems. They are about to punch Naoya.
Oh.
And Naoto, he's a little hot-blooded, so he just like throws them with his telekinesis, almost half killing them.
Okay. Protecting
His little brother,
Yeah.
And so turns out that they are not the only psychics as they thought they were. But throughout the course of the first anime, there's also a secret organization that it's hunting down psychics.
Okay.
And I mean, It's hunting down psychics using psychics.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
I see. I
kind of
see.
like you can either join us
Yeah.
or we can kill you.
Okay. Gotcha. That's fascinating. That kind of reminds me of like Fire Force, or
Right.
well, Psychopaths would be a little bit closer to the psychic abilities, but that makes sense that they would use psychics to hunt down psychics.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And turns out that these two brothers are kind of like the key to the end of the world, or at least that's what this organization thinks.
Oh.
And the main enemy is an old lady that it's kind of like used wearing a black veil, and she's wearing fancy clothes, and you can see that she's the bad guy.
Oh, okay. Love it. Oh yeah, that's per usual for maybe 2000 type anime. Oh, sure. Nice.
And so somehow these brothers, in one way or another, get involved with this organization, and this organization starts hunting them down, only to fail, because they are only kind of like nurturing these brothers' powers. So, and one thing that I didn't like from the first anime is that once they finish with the organization, because they pretty much get rid of them or destroy them, literally.
Ouch.
It becomes really abstract, in kind of like, oh yeah, we're just superheroes trying to help people, and we're here to anyone that needs it, and kind of like the very classic open ending from 2000 animes. But it never explained why they were doing that, or what happened with their parents, because their parents, they thought that they were killed, but apparently they just their memories were wiped out.
Whoa.
And it was really strange.
Yeah, that would be.
And it kind of like make them some sort of gods to the brothers, because Naoto, the big brother, had the power of extreme destruction.
Whoa.
Like his telekinesis was kind of like a part of it, but if he wanted to disintegrate someone, he could do it.
Whoa. That's pretty powerful psychic stuff.
While his little brother had pretty much the power of creation, that if someone died, he could revive them.
Oh, whoa.
Or like cure them.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
Is that at all connected to any of the memory rifling through?
Yeah, so apparently the powers became more powerful as they unlocked more of their brain.
I see. Okay, so it's kind of like a base abilities. But it can kind of like grows.
Yeah, and they were being guided by a girl. Her name was Shoko. And this girl apparently had unlocked 100% of her brain.
Whoa!
And since she had unlocked 100% of her brain capacity, she could no longer sustain a physical body.
No
so
way!
She kind of like became like a celestial being of some sort until she disappeared in space and time.
What?
Yeah.
Whoa, okay. Yeah, this sounds like Akira and Lucy. Have you ever seen Lucy?
I don't think
the Scarlett Johansson movie.
Yeah.
It's a trip when she crazy stuff with AI and wow. So let me see. Is her like ascendancy for like 100% unlock of her brain? Is that like near the beginning of the first series?
It's actually yes. Yes, and
but kind of
yes, but they don't notice
really
that until like half of the anime, because she was appearing and disappearing, and they thought like, oh yeah, because I can touch you and whatever, but then like, oh no, I can't really touch you. Everything's happening on my mind, and it's like,
oh my god,
I don't know what's happening with the writers of this story, but they are sure like
Yeah,
really high.
they are.
on,
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what they are, but I want to be like that.
You wanna? Oh my! I see. I see. Wow. So yeah, that sounds pretty gnarly. Wow.
Yeah, because there is this point where
Yeah.
the organization is like, oh, you're too powerful and you're going to destroy the world, but then they end up saving the world from the destruction that apparently they were causing.
I see. I see. Yep.
And yeah,
Causing it and then fixing it.
yeah, the final episodes were kind of weird because it turns out there was a little girl that she was also psychic that she could predict some catastrophes. So the big brother went for her to take care of her and kind of like calm her because she was kind of like a war prisoner.
Oh, that's sad. Yeah.
And then they managed to put everything in order and kind of like everything was fine and okay. And it ended and it was like,
whoa.
I guess it's okay, but there's a lot of things missing because they were just like for more than half of the episodes they were being hunted and then like everything's alright. It's like this seems kind of like anticlimactic, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Huh? Yeah. That ends with hardly anything answered then.
Right.
With like the relationships with anybody else and then, well, anything else. Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Weird.
And the way that Nighthead 2041 fixed whatever Genesis missed was that they introduce two other main characters that are also brothers. And their names is Takuya Kuroki and Yuya Kuroki. So the Kuroki brothers.
Kuroki brothers.
And oddly enough, they work with the government police that it's anti-psychics. And on the very first episodes, the Kirihara brothers and the Kuroki brothers, they kind of like run past each other and they're like, oh, shoot them. And so Kirihara stops the bullets, sends them, and it's like, what the heck was that?
Oh, I see.
And so the Kirihara brothers escape.
Oh, absolutely. Because they're like they're still pretty top notch at this.
Yeah.
I see. Yep.
And so then the government police is like, okay, we need to tell you something. Psychics are real.
Oh
and they're like, wait, what? I thought we were just like...
We're pleased, right?
Kind of like, just like, arresting people for believing in such thing as psychics because they didn't exist.
Yeah.
Because that was the common sense. Like, believing in that is wrong because it doesn't exist.
Doesn't exist. So
and
that's
then,
what the public...
Right.
That's what they know. Yeah.
And then they're like, oh yeah, psychics exist. And guess what?
Gosh.
You're here in this police because you can unlock the potential to be psychics. And it's like, wait, what? What sort of nonsense?
So,
like, fire force is this? It's like, there's a fire. Use more fire to quench the fire.
Quench the fire. Right. Outfire the fire.
Right.
Oh yeah. In this case, psychic. Use psychics to take the psychics down. So wait, what justifies the psychic police force? Or is that like part of the
They just want to keep like the status quo. Of the government controlling the media and pretty much everything else that goes in and out.
I see.
Of information.
Yeah. Okay.
So knowing that there are psychics that for the rest of the public could prove to be a threat for the government.
I see.
So that's why they are prohibiting it.
Yeah.
But it turns out that there are a lot of people that are psychics, but of course they are silent. Because
or else,
I mean, they like to leave.
Yeah, it would be good to lie low and live.
And on this futuristic world, this girl Shoko also appears to to both set of brothers,
Oh.
telling them that they have like a role to play.
I see.
And so
yeah.
the role of the Kirihara brothers is pretty much to save people, like save other psychics. And the funny thing is that a lot of those psychics that they have to save are psychics that appear on Genesis. Like the name are the same and everything. And I was like, I know that guy.
Yeah. They make appearances again.
Yeah, and at the same time, the police is also trying to track down every other psychic to silence them. The other funny thing is that these two new brothers, they have the exact same powers as the Kirihara brothers. So Takuya has the telekinesis, and Yuya has the memory touch power.
Okay.
And so when they face up together, they see kind of like an illusion of their parents. And it turns out that both of them have the same parents. Yeah, and
Wait,
it's like,
what?
Yes.
No
Yeah.
way. What? That's crazy. Oh my. Wow.
Yeah. So it's like kind of like bear with me a little. So
okay.
There
Two
is
sister brothers.
there is kind of like a
Same
support character / main character that it's on the bad guy's side that she's psychic and she can manipulate memories. So her power is pretty similar to Juja and Naoto and Naoya, sorry. And so she teaches Yuya, the police little brother, how to control his power. And then somehow he managed to reach deep into his memories and apparently sees the Kirihara brothers killing their parents.
Whoa.
And so they're like,
it's pretty dark.
So they're like, okay, so but that happened when they were kids, and in his memories they saw the Kirihara brothers like grown up, and when they face them again, they're grown up. So they're like, they didn't age, or
I see. Yes.
And so pretty much the entire of the episodes is like playing like a cat and a mouse, like just like chasing them, and they are like just like rescuing people.
Oh yeah, always behind
until an answer appears, because you're like, okay, they're just like running until you notice that people start disappearing. Some of the people that they help start disappearing, start kind of like becoming gold dust.
Ooh,
and then this girl Shoko appears and tells them to go back to the forest where they were at the beginning. And so they go back to the forest. They find the doctor that raised them, and he tells them like, oh yeah, there are two Earths. And so apparently one Earth has all the psychics, and the other Earth has no psychics.
What?
And it turns out that the division kind of like became, because those worlds apparently come from the same one. It's just divided. It was just divided because there were still people that were stubborn and didn't want to believe in psychics.
What?
And the people that did believe in psychics and accept them were on the other Earth. And apparently the Kirihara brothers, they were originally from the psychic accepting world.
Oh.
But
yeah.
But thanks to some shenanigans of this doctor, they were brought back to the Earth with no psychics.
Okay, this is really weird.
Yeah, I know.
Is this an alternate timeline type world, or alternate space type?
It's kind of like an alternate space time.
Like Nino no Kuni?
Yeah.
Okay. Weird. Oh my gosh. Gotcha.
And so of course, the Kirihara brothers
Yeah.
are pissed.
Oh,
'Cause it's like-
totally.
because they're
Oh,
like,
I bet.
You mean that
Bet
we
they
were
are.
we were good, but you,
Yeah.
you just brought us here to fix whatever crap you want? And
Weird.
the doctor is
Yeah.
like, yes.
Yeah. Oh my. Oh yeah. Very responsible.
And he's like, well, you guys have a role, and we expand like the psychic energy of a lot of psychic kids and Shoko to bring you here. And now Shoko is on a different plane because she used up all her powers, and it's like,
Ooh.
what the actual heck is happening here?
Yeah. Weird.
Yeah. And so
Uh-huh.
the main antagonist of Genesis, the old lady, makes an appearance here, and it seems that she is a prophet or some sort of prophet. That she is the one issuing the order to kill the Kirihara brothers, because she said that the Kirihara brothers being on that world, along with the Kuroki brothers, it's making a paradox.
Okay.
So that's why the world is going to end.
I see.
And so she tells the Kuroki brothers, like, you have to kill them, and then we're good.
It goes back. Okay, that kind of explains her antagonistic motivations then, as like the bad guy, quote unquote. But still weird.
Yeah, still weird.
Goodness. Okay.
And so while she was doing that, she managed to kind of like gain control over the little police brother, over Yuya, and then she manages to connect with the little brother, with Naoya.
Whoa.
And then the little brothers are like, wait, what if there's not a paradox? What if we have to be together and some stuff? And so the big brothers, they were kind of like killing each other, kind of like, you leave my brother alone. And it's like, no, you leave my brother alone.
Yeah. While
the little brothers were like,
same.
Let's be friends.
Oh my. Right. Wow.
So,
that's so funny.
And so, but they had to be together. And so when they join, like when they join hands,
sure,
the end of the world is going to start.
Okay.
And then the big brothers are like, so
crap.
So what do we do now? It's like, well, let's just protect our little brothers, and they're just like fighting the police, like destroying tanks, helicopters. Let me tell you, the animation, the battle scene was top notch, even for CGI.
Wow. Well, helicopters. Wow. Well,
yeah,
that sounds good. That sounds exciting.
And it turns out that the commander is like, you were kind of like expecting it by that point. Turns out that the commander was actually a psychic, that his power was to cancel psychic powers. And it's like, of course.
Classic. That's classic for power anime. Oh, yeah. Goodness gracious.
But then he is killed by the prophet.
Oh, no.
Who had taken over this other girl. There's a picture of her probably around here or not, but
yeah.
So she kills their commander, and the commander is like, "Yo, I thought we were in the same team." And the prophet is like, "Well, we wanted to avoid that, so you are no longer of use to me." And there's also.
Okay, that's messed up.
Yeah. Okay. There's also some time traveling.
Nice.
Yeah.
So it even gets even crazier, more confusing, I bet. Okay.
So when the brothers are together and the apocalypse is happening, they're like, I thought that joining together was the answer, but it wasn't. The world is ending, so what do we do?
Goodness.
And then also their big brothers out there like, don't worry, I got you, bro. And then they were like, oh no, I know what's happening. So this has spoilers. So
Okay, I'm ready. I
Turns
think I know
out-
what it is. I better
turns
know.
out that their soul was divided.
Of course.
So they were essentially the
Dude,
same
they're
being.
the same being. Okay, I knew it because of Misfit, a demon high school academy.
Oh,
That one.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course.
Yeah, so it turns out that their souls were divided, so
Uh-huh.
they were supposed
they
to
are
be
the
kind of like the
same
same people,
person,
but since
but-
they were supposed to be on different worlds, that's why.
Yes.
'Cause-
Yes. It all got messed up with
So
like.
they had to
yeah.
join their soul in
Yeah.
order for them to fix everything.
Oh my god.
So they were like, okay, so yeah, we're together now, and they're like, yeah, we're gonna be friends, or kind of
Mhm.
like, yeah, we're friends, so see you later.
Wow.
And the Kirihara brothers disappear.
Oh.
And here's the part where it becomes weird. Because then time is rewinded to like the beginning of the anime.
Okay.
But the police
What
brothers, the
freak.
Kuroki brothers,
Yeah.
have all the memories of what they have lived with
Lived
them.
up until that point.
And they're like, so what are we gonna do, brother? Now he's like,
Whoa.
well, we're gonna do the same, just like help the psychics go to the other side, or like build a world fit for psychics here.
Whoa.
And
okay.
so the prophet notices that,
yeah.
and she's like, oh, I'm afraid I can't let you do that.
Oh my gosh.
And he's like, and by this time they arrive and they are at their parents' shop.
yeah.
So their parents had an antique shop, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we had children, and if they were alive, they'd be around your age." And they're like, "Oh," and they're like, "Oh, it's your parents." And so when this prophet comes, she tries to use the memory powers to bend the memories, and they're like, "No, you in reality you killed your parents." And
so that's why that
and
memory...
and she wants the big brother to get mad and start kind of like destroying everything, kind of like including their parents that are there in the room.
Oh yeah,
because that's just like a mind trick. And the little brother is like, I know how you play this. Like you like Naoya taught me how to use the powers perfectly, and he breaks the illusion.
Oh, dude!
And he's like, okay, let's do 1-on-1. And then the prophet is like,
yeah,
no, thank you. And she leaves.
She leaves. Oh, nice. She just couldn't do it with him being that powerful. Wow, that's awesome.
And then they get reunited to their parents, and then their parents are like, oh, in reality, we are your parents. And we do remember everything that happened. And they're like, wait, what?
Okay. All right.
And so there's like a flashback, and it turns out that the Kirihara brothers, when they disappear, they also travel back in time to fake the deaths of the parents.
Oh, of course.
Because the government police were coming, and they faked the death of the parents, kill the police.
Oh my gosh.
And then put the kids to shelter. And they're like, oh, so that was the memory that I saw of them killing our parents. And it kind of like turns out that the Kirihara brothers, the main protagonists, on the first anime, they ended up disappearing because that was their role. And like they didn't say if they went to their own world afterwards or not, but it's like, okay,
but you could assume
that felt like a better closure.
Oh, totally. Than the ending of the Genesis.
Yes.
I see. Wow. Well, that also kind of reminds me of Steins Gate, with all the convoluted setting the timeline. And
and especially like Steins Gate Zero. Have you watched Steins Gate Zero?
I'm pretty close to finishing Steins Gate Zero.
Okay.
Yes, but yes,
Because in that one, they
I'm
actually
definitely
show
in it.
you what
do.
happened. 'Cause, like in Steins Gate, like regular Steins Gate, just
yes.
shows you like once they reach Steins Gate.
Right, once they reach it.
But Steins Gate Zero shows you how they actually got there.
Yes,
And
yes.
all the other ramifications they kept existing.
That's right. Yes, it's kind of like the it's like the Okabe with the non reverting timeline.
Right.
Yeah, it's like the worst Okabe with World War III looming in the future.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so crazy. I love the Steins Gate series. But yeah, that's very similar with like making it look like the people died, but then it's only for the sake of the previous time traveler
Yeah.
of your past self. Wow.
So it was kind of weird. But when I saw that, I was like, have you seen that meme of like with Sheldon is like, why? Oh, that's why.
Oh, yeah, I think I have. I'm pretty sure. Yep.
It was
Sheldon.
pretty similar. Like throughout the episode, I couldn't help but compare it to the first anime, and I was like,
right.
But why?
But why?
And then at the end of the episode,
because you're
I was
trying
like,
to find that. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's why. Okay.
Yeah, I see. So that's good. So it does wrap up pretty well then. That's good.
It did.
And it was all in 12 episodes.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Because I thought that honestly they were going to make like 24 episodes.
Yeah. Sure, yeah.
And for a second I thought that they were going pretty fast paced. And I was like, oh, I don't like where this is going because it's gonna go down real bad. And then on the last episode I was like, you know what? That was quite enjoyable.
Yeah. That's the end. Yeah. Wow.
So it's a quick one watch. Definitely.
Right. Yeah.
If you want to watch Nighthead Genesis, you can do it, but
yeah.
But I would recommend to watch first the newest, which is Nighthead 2041.
Okay. So you do recommend 2041
over Genesis? Yes.
Okay.
Totally.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It sounds like it has a pretty great story in itself. Like
it is,
pretty worth it. Yeah, it sounds really good. Wow.
Yeah, I mean it's still kind of like messed up because every time that you mess with space time and and alternate worlds, it's like okay, yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah. No matter what, it's time travel, so it's like, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I get you.
But hey, I managed to tell you about the best summer anime that you probably missed, or that you actually missed.
Most missable.
In just like 40 minutes. That's record time. Maybe not, but
nice. Oh yeah. It was a pretty good deep dive into an anime and to see what it was like. Yeah.
And almost, well, I would say like I gave you like a third of the spoilers.
Oh, I see. There's still a lot more in it.
Right. Gotcha. I mean, it's kind of hard trying to describe an anime and not telling like and this is the exciting part.
Right. That's true.
Because for example, whenever I talk about some anime to my parents, for example.
Oh yeah.
Like, and we talked about this last week. All of the animes that I watched with them. Oh, right. I didn't tell them what was that about.
Oh, right.
Because a lot of times they were like, well, you already told us, so why watch it again? And I was like, you don't understand.
Oh,
do you?
I see. Oh, I get you. Well, that's also frustrating too because like, you're trying to like summarize maybe like an overall like plot, right? But then trying to make someone else watch it.
I'm trying to hype you, not to make you lose interest.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, that makes sense too in anime too because a lot of people also get like excited or would like focus on certain other like aspects too.
Right.
So yeah, it's totally cool. I think going in like and talking about like what it's about. Yeah, that's cool. I think it sounds really cool. And only a third of the spoilers you said.
I would say so, yeah, because
Yeah.
I definitely skipped a lot of action-packed parts.
Oh, I would imagine because there's a lot of like, you talked a lot about the police and the
Yeah,
brothers.
I did skip a lot of
running away.
supporting characters.
Yeah.
'Cause
Oh, I would imagine
I
there's
think
a
that
ton with that.
They
alone.
they make the plot a lot more solid.
Gotcha.
So yeah, and it's in Crunchyroll. So
Oh yeah.
so, yeah, you can watch it there in Crunchyroll or in some other ways.
Oh right. Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, thank you for letting us know about that anime.
Whenever you want, it's for free.
Yes.
Okay. Well, this was all for today. Thanks for tuning in for episode 21st.
Yep. 21.
We just have 3 more.
Oh yeah, and that'll hit 24. Yep.
Yeah. We have to make the 24, the
Yeah.
OVA,
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh jeez.
and the specials.
And the specials, oh yes. And it'll be a pretty standard like 2-core anime.
Right.
Yep. Pretty standard. Wow.
Well, thanks for watching and keep watching anime and see you guys next week.
Till then.
See ya.